As we grow older, every choice we make regarding our bodies echoes louder. What once was harmless now turns dangerous. And yet some of the most dangerous habits are those we consider comforting, like a long, hot bath, like that fragrant soap we've used for decades. But what if I told you these very things could be aging you 10 times faster? You think you're caring for your skin, your health, your image. But in reality, you're walking straight into a trap that accelerates your aging, dries your skin, and chips away at your dignity, until one day, you look in the mirror and barely recognize the person staring back. Let's uncover the 3 most dangerous bathing mistakes that silently destroy your skin after 70, and how to reverse the damage before it's too late. 1. The boiling bath. Why your comfort is killing your skin. Let's get one thing clear. Comfort can be lethal after 70. And the most deceptive comfort of all is something millions of elderly people do every single evening, thinking they're being kind to their bodies. They run a hot bath. They sit back, relax, close their eyes. They call it self-care. But what's really happening is slow, invisible self-destruction. You see, there comes a time in life when what used to help you starts to harm you. And by the time you're in your 70s, your skin is no longer a resilient shield. It becomes thin, dry, fragile, almost like aged parchment. And yet most people treat it like it's still 30. That's not self-care. That's denial. The silent thief of skin vitality. Hot water feels soothing. It's relaxing. It gives us the illusion that everything's okay. But what it's doing, every single second, is stripping away the last protective oils your skin still produces. Oils that took weeks for your body to generate. Oils that lock in moisture. That keep your skin elastic, youthful, and intact. At 70, your body produces less than half the sebum, natural oil, it did at 40. When you bathe in hot water, you lose up to 25% more moisture than with lukewarm water. But here's what they don't tell you. You don't feel the damage. Not right away. And that's the trap. Because once your skin is dry, the effects aren't just cosmetic. They're medical, dangerous, sometimes even irreversible. The medical risks. No one warns you about. Let's get specific. When your skin dries out, it doesn't just look older, it becomes cracked. Those tiny lines deepen into painful fissures. Itchy. Constant irritation leads to scratching and infections. Thin as paper, meaning even a bump against the edge of a chair could cause a wound that takes weeks to heal. And for many elderly people, a small wound becomes a giant risk. Why? Because your immune system is weaker. Your skin heals slower. You may not even notice a wound until it becomes infected. That's when the real nightmare begins. Cellulitis, ulcers, blood infections, hospital stays, loss of independence. You think it's just a bath, but it could be the first domino in a chain that ends in a wheelchair or a nursing home, all because of hot water. Real story, real pain. Let me tell you about Ruth. She's 78, lived alone, proud of her independence, took hot baths every night. She thought they helped her sleep better, but over time her legs started cracking, dry, irritated. She applied lotion occasionally, but it wasn't enough. One evening, she slipped in the tub. The skin on her shin tore open, a deep, jagged wound. Not from the fall itself, from how fragile her skin had become. That wound refused to heal. Weeks later, she was hospitalized for a staph infection. She came out alive, but not the same. Now she has a walker, lives with her daughter, and she hasn't been in a tub since. When she was asked what she'd do differently, she answered, "I wish someone told me what hot water was doing to me. I thought I was being good to myself." Are you still sure your bath is helping you? The false comfort of temperature. Here's something else most people get wrong. They can't judge water temperature correctly as they age. Nerve endings in the skin become less sensitive. This means the water might feel warm to you, but it's actually scalding to your skin. If it leaves your skin red, tight, or itchy, you've already gone too far. In fact, dermatologists recommend using water no hotter than 37 degrees Celsius, 98.6 degrees for elderly skin. That's body temperature. Any higher, and you start dissolving the skin's natural defenses. So no, a hot bath isn't harmless. It's an accelerator of aging. It's eroding you from the outside in. What you should do. Starting tonight, here's how you save your skin, your independence, and your dignity. 1. Switch to lukewarm water. Use a bath thermometer. Stay under 37 degrees Celsius. Always. 2. Shorten your baths and showers. 10 minutes max. Time matters more than you think. 3. Add oatmeal or baking soda. These are skin-friendly, inflammation-reducing, and protective. 4. Install a water softener if possible. Hard water aggravates dry skin even more. 5. After bathing, apply moisturizer within 3 minutes. That's the moisture lock window. Miss it, and you've lost the benefit. And, above all, respect your skin. You've lived a lifetime in this skin. You've weathered storms, held grandchildren, held hands with loved ones. Don't let that legacy fade into wounds and scars because of an outdated habit. Your skin doesn't need heat. It needs protection. It needs you to treat it with the same care and urgency as you would a newborn skin. Because if you don't, no one else will. And the next time you find yourself rubbing lotion into cracked, bleeding legs, it may be too late to reverse what started in that relaxing bath. 2. The soap that lies. How cleansers are accelerating your aging. You've used the same soap for decades. It's familiar, comforting. The scent brings back memories. Your mother used it. Your spouse liked it. You never questioned it. But what if I told you that very bar is silently destroying your skin every single day? It's not the years that are aging your face. It's the soap in your hands. And no one is warning you. The myth of clean. For most of your life, cleanliness meant foam, lather, squeaky skin. If it didn't foam, it wasn't working, right? Wrong. That sensation, the tightness after washing, is not cleanliness. It's damage. Especially after 70, your skin is no longer regenerating like it used to. The lipid barrier, the protective shield that keeps moisture in and irritants out, becomes thin, brittle, and slow to repair. But every time you wash with regular soap, you're stripping that shield away. Worse, you probably don't even know it, because soap damage doesn't look like a horror movie. It looks like slight redness, occasional itching, flaky patches, dry spots that won't go away, until one day your skin breaks. The ingredients you were never meant to touch at this age. Here's what your soap probably contains, even if it says gentle on the label. Sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS, a harsh foaming agent, known to strip oils, cause irritation, and trigger eczema in older adults. Artificial fragrance, often a cocktail of over 100 undisclosed chemicals. These are the #1 cause of allergic skin reactions in seniors. Alcohols, used for a quick dry effect, but they suck every drop of moisture from your already dehydrated skin. Dyes and preservatives do nothing for your skin, everything for marketing. Many are potential endocrine disruptors. 1. Your lipid barrier is stripped. 2. Water evaporates from deep skin layers. 3. Your skin panics and releases inflammation signals. 4. Chronic inflammation sets in, slowly, silently aging your skin. 5. You start seeing age spots, sagging, redness, flakiness. 6. Your confidence erodes, your skin gets weaker, your risk of infection rises. What begins as just a bar of soap becomes a machine that accelerates aging. Real life, real regret. Eleanor, 74, lived alone, proud, active, always looked sharp. She used her classic lavender bar every morning, the one her mother used. But after a cold winter, her skin became flaky. Red. A rash spread across her chest and arms. She thought it was the weather, or aging. She tried more lotion, then prescription creams. But the cause was simpler and crueler. Her soap. The fragrance had become a trigger for chronic dermatitis. Now, every bath leaves her skin burning. She wears long sleeves. She avoids mirrors. And she said to her daughter with tears in her voice, "No one told me soap could do this to me." Don't be Eleanor. The guilt. No one talks about this isn't just about looks. It's about your independence. Because when your skin breaks down, it doesn't heal. And guess who suffers? Your children, your spouse. The caregivers who now have to dress wounds that never should have existed. They love you, but they're exhausted. And it didn't have to be this way. Let that guilt wake you up. Because the truth is, you are responsible for how your skin ages now. The switch that can save you. Ready to stop the damage? Start here. Throw away any soap that lathers heavily or has fragrance. If it smells good, it's probably bad. Switch to pH-balanced cleansers, 5.5, 6. These match your skin's natural acidity and don't disrupt your barrier. Look for ingredients like ceramides, restore skin barrier; hyaluronic acid, deep hydration; glycerin, attracts and holds moisture; wash only when necessary. Over-cleansing is just as harmful as underwashing. Moisturize immediately after washing. Within 3 minutes. No exceptions. Hands, arms, lower legs, these zones lose moisture fastest. Focus there. You don't need to complicate things. You just need to stop making it worse. The lie you've been told. You were raised in a world that said clean was the highest standard. But at this age, clean should mean protected, nourished, balanced. And that old soap, it's not helping. It's not nostalgic. It's a relic from a time your skin could survive anything. That time is gone. And that's okay, because now you know better. Your skin, your signal. Your skin is a message to the world. When it's dry, red, flaky, people see suffering, fragility, age. When it's hydrated, calm, smooth, people see dignity, strength. You see it too, in the mirror. You deserve to look like someone who fought for their future. And it starts by doing what almost no one over 70 is willing to do. Let go of the past. Let go of the old soap. Let go of the lie. 3. The towel trap. How drying the wrong way is damaging your skin. You've just bathed. The water was gentle, the soap was right. You feel good. But then, without thinking, you grab the towel. And in 10 seconds, you erase everything you just did for your skin. Because here's the truth, no one ever taught you. How you dry your body after bathing matters as much as the bath itself. And if you're rubbing, dragging, or scrubbing with that towel like you did at 35, you are silently destroying your skin barrier, aging your body, and increasing your risk of infection. Still think it's just a towel? Aging skin is not rugged skin. Let's make one thing painfully clear. Skin over 70 is not the same skin you had even 10 years ago. It has 80% less collagen than at age 25. It heals slower. It's drier, thinner, and easier to injure. What used to be a little redness from towel friction at 40 can become a deep, tearing wound at 75. Wounds that don't close. Wounds that lead to infection, ulcers, and hospital beds. A daily mistake that builds into disaster. Let's walk through what really happens. You finish bathing. Your skin is hydrated, your pores are open, your natural oils are soft. Then, you grab the towel and begin to rub, vigorously, just like always, because that's what feels clean, right? What you've just done is torn microfibers in your skin barrier, created microabrasions that aren't visible but are real, stripped away the moisturizing ingredients you just applied, triggered inflammation signals in your skin, accelerated aging, flakiness, sagging, and even infection. And you'll do it again tomorrow, and the next day. Until one morning, your legs are covered in dark patches, your arms are irritated, and your doctor says the word you never expected to hear from a towel: trauma. When drying leads to disease, meet Joseph, 82. Still independent, sharp, proud. Every morning after his shower, he rubbed down with an old cotton towel, top to bottom, fast, just like he had all his life, but he began noticing red blotches on his shins, then itching, then weeping sores. His dermatologist diagnosed him with stasis dermatitis, a condition aggravated by poor circulation, thin skin, and friction. That harmless drying habit, it opened the door to bacterial infection. He was prescribed antibiotics, then steroids, then compression wraps. But the skin damage remained. And the worst part? He said, in shame. I thought I was just doing what men are supposed to do. Dry off and move on. It cost him his independence. Don't let it cost you yours. The emotional toll. When skin says you're failing. This isn't just about skin. It's about what your skin represents. Dry, flaky, cracked skin. It sends a message to your children, to the world, that you're not coping, that you're neglecting yourself, that you're slipping. And once people start to believe that, they start treating you differently. More distant, more controlling, less respectful. You'll feel it, even if no one says it. And the worst part? You'll believe them, because when you see that damaged skin in the mirror, it feels like a confirmation of decline. But it doesn't have to be that way. The right way to dry and reverse the damage. Here's how to stop this self-sabotage immediately. Use soft microfiber or bamboo towels. These are gentle, absorbent, and minimize friction. Pat your skin. Don't rub. Press gently. Blot the water away. Don't drag it off. Start from the top down. This preserves body heat and reduces circulation stress. Give special attention to these areas. Lower legs, thinnest skin most prone to damage. Forearms and hands, age-revealing zones. Chest and neck, easily inflamed by rough towels. Moisturize within 3 minutes. This is the critical window, when your pores are open and your skin is ready to absorb hydration. Avoid towels washed with fabric softeners. They often leave behind irritants that harm sensitive skin. Replace towels every 6-12 months. Old towels accumulate bacteria, mold, and lose softness. The cost of doing nothing. If you ignore this advice, what will happen? It won't be immediate. That's what makes it dangerous. But here's what's waiting. Chronic dry patches that resist lotion. Unexplained itching that interrupts your sleep. Small wounds that take weeks or months to heal. Dark red or brown skin discoloration that won't fade. And eventually, the loss of confidence, mobility, and freedom. Not because your skin failed, but because you failed to change. Choose dignity over habit. Drying your skin is not a chore. It's an act of preservation. You wouldn't polish antique furniture with sandpaper. You wouldn't wash a silk shirt with bleach. So why are you still treating your 70-plus skin like it's invincible? It's not weakness to change how you dry your body. It's wisdom. Final words. You have a choice. Every bath is a chance to heal or to harm. And those final 10 seconds with a towel, that's where the choice is made. Be the person who protects their future. Be the person whose skin says, I'm still here. I still matter. You've survived too much to let a towel undo you. You can't stop aging, but you can stop accelerating it. Every bath you take is either building your resilience or eroding it. That extra 5 minutes in hot water, that nostalgic soap, that careless towel dry, it all adds up. You might not feel it today, but when the day comes that you look at your skin and whisper, "When did this happen?" it will be too late to undo. But not today.